So I made it down there, kind of ungraciously jumped and slid all the way down to the bottom. But that's okay because there was no one here, so it doesn't matter. Nobody saw me. So this is one of the terraces that the previous owner had made. And she had her gardens up here apparently. And then if you look down there, the other terrace runs, where's my finger? Just there, along there. So there are the remains of these terraces. You can see down there, there's a post and the remains of a wall down there. So I can't wait to get stuck into this garden and find all the skeleton of her previous garden. I find that so exciting. There we go. Finding a lot of this as well as kids. We always used to call it Cuckoo Spit. If you have a look inside, there's little bugs inside doing their thing. There's one of the trees came down here. You can see where they sawed it off. And it's left this big root stump here, which there's a lot of holes all around it. And if you're not careful, your boot can go straight through and you get a boot full of sawdust and soil and leaf mould. So through there is actually the entrance to that lower terrace, but it's impassable at the moment. We'll have to get working on clearing that. There's also another tree has come down just there, and it's kind of one of those islandy type things. It's ornamental trees, so we're going to take that out as well. Down on the house, we've got the windows open again, airing it out. I'll show you. We haven't done very much in the house today. We've had a lot of contractors coming round, giving us quotes and such things, so we haven't really done very much. I have set up the kettle, thank goodness, so we can now make coffee. Had to find the mugs first. But now I've found them, and I found a teaspoon, which is a bonus. Oh, I must show you these. I bought these gorgeous little vases from the holiday cottage where we're staying at the moment. She's a potter, and she makes these gorgeous things. And I thought they would be so lovely with some little flowers in. And I also got this really lovely sugar pot. So definitely, if you're in this neck of the woods, go and visit Ashira Pottery, because she does some really lovely stuff. It's at Trashloyne Cottages in Monadnock Thee. So the shelving's all gone in here. That's what we did yesterday. There's some damp on the walls, which we weren't expecting. We're just going to have to try and clean that off as best we can before we get beds in here. It's possible we're going to line the walls with something perhaps, so that there's a barrier between any beds and the walls. The toilet saga is continuing. It's proving actually quite difficult because it's so rusty that Jem's finding it really difficult to remove any screws and such things, so it's causing some bother. And I'll show you what me and Emmie have been working on today. We haven't been in the house very much. It's a very warm, muggy day, so it's nice to be outside actually. And we've been clearing the paths. We've been told that this concrete on the side of the wall up to here needs removing ASAP because it is sucking the water into the walls, all the moisture. So we have just been clearing the paths initially just to get all the moss off and clearing these drains along here. You can see we've cleared all up here because there was all moss growing on all of the walls as well, so we've removed the moss all the way down, and this is where I got to before I got distracted and decided to go wandering. And this is what it used to look like. You can see all the moss growing on the walls and all the leaf litter on leaf mould on the floor. So taking all of that up, clearing it away from the house so that the moisture is not sitting on the walls. Here in particular it gets really narrow, so I need to dig this away to give the walls a little bit of space to breathe. And there's a drain here somewhere at the end and it's just not even visible, so I need to try and find it. Handle down there. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day, I think, before we start work taking all that concrete off. Anyway, I'll take you round to the front again. Then I need to sort out the front garden so that Emmie's got a bit of a place to play. I'll set up a mud kitchen here for her. Anyway, I'll leave you with a shot of the river. I better get back to work. Lots to do. Bye for now.